Hey there, NamesCon. Alvin Brown here, publisher and podcaster of KickStartCommerce.com, partnering with NamesCon to bring you a series of interviews. My first NamesCon for those first-time NamesCon attendees, as well as a few other interviews from industry professionals. So one of those professionals of the industry here is Aishwin Vikhona. So Aishwin, man, thank you for making time to join us today.
Thanks for having me here, Alvin.
Yeah, definitely. Now, where are you based out of?
I'm based out of Aurangabad in India.
Yeah,
It's in the central west of India.
gotcha. So then you're participating in the South Asia track then.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Now you're actually, I say attending, rather, you're actually participating in. So I believe you had a session. What was it? Well, I guess what would be yesterday or today, or we'll just say earlier, you had a session. And what was that session?
So I just don't know about the US time, but with the Indian time zone, it was in the morning at 11.
Okay.
And so 11 a.m. IST, it was about the growing trends in the aftermarket domains in South Asia.
Gotcha. And kind of what were the takeaways of that session?
So it was a brilliant session where Jay Podyal was the person who was moderating, and along with it, me as well as Manish Lunja and Rex, we all three were together in the booth. Basically, it was a brilliant session. So anyone who was interested in learning how the South Asian market is going on, how the market is growing in the last 5 years. I made a PPT where I explained how the Indian market has evolved over time, what is the population of India, and how the penetration of domain names in the Indian market was, and the kind of domains have sold to the Indian customers, and how it evolved. All even Manish added something into it. So even Rez, he's from Pakistan,
Right.
and he was explaining how domains in Pakistan are trending, and how it's going. So far, it was an amazing session. A lot of insights. Lot of insights.
Now, in terms of the trend, would you say that trend is an upward, downward, or a flat trend? Kind of what are we looking at if you're comparing like 2019 to where we're at today in 2020?
Certainly, it's upward. In fact, when I was doing my research to make that PPT, I noticed in March 2020 there was a splurge in number of registrations in .coms and .ins by Indian registered people, and
Ah,
the splurge was a huge splurge. In my presentation, I also added that as a graph with a huge splurge that just got into it, and the market is evolving for better.
gotcha. Now, you mentioned .in. So is that something that you're actually seeing more and more folks invest in as compared to a .com or another legacy TLD?
So if you view the market from the end user's perspective, in India, people would only buy .com and .in,
Gotcha.
and there's another GTLD that is .co.in, which did not picked up that much.
Hmm.
So now every startup is either looking for a .in or a .com, .in or a .com. A lot of them have secured both, and it's one of them is redirected to either .com or .in. That's
Gotcha.
how they are doing it.
Okay, gotcha. Well, then now that was the first session. Now I guess now you have another session that's coming up. So I guess like what is that session and when is it?
So tomorrow, same time, morning 11 o'clock Indian Standard Time. So this session is the art of buying five-figure premium domain names. That's my
Oh,
favorite. Yeah,
why is it your favorite?
because I think I have an expertise with that. I bought a lot of high four figures and five-figure domain names purchased from the aftermarket, from different auction sites and different things. So that is my expertise, I think. I've been focusing a lot on that section.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha. So then, not giving too much away of your presentation, but kind of what is one thing that if someone were saying, I want to go out and begin to buy these 4-figure and start making my way into 5-figure sales, like what would be kind of the one thing that you would, tell that one person? If you could only tell them the one thing, what would it be?
See, I think yesterday Michael Seiger made a very good presentation. He explained 6 different types of asset class, if you
Right.
know. Yeah. So he explained how generics are important, how acronyms are there, how exact match terms are there. So the focus should be on the generic .coms because that is where the potential is,
Mm,
and and the right skill would be securing it's generic .coms for high 4 figures or low 5 figures.
gotcha.
To give in last week, about 2 days ago, I bought a domain ps.org for $10,500 at Namejet auction 2 days ago.
Wow.
Yeah, on 7th September. Yeah, 6th September, something.
And so
Yeah.
then, what do you think that something like that would go for on from a retail side?
Um, just before buying such domains, such premium as 5 figure domains or low 4 figure, for high 5 4 figures, I make sure that I do my homework well. I did my homework and I also found a good potential end user whom I could reach out to. I did not reach out to them, but I would just do my homework. How many potential end users are there in the market who could be interested in acquiring something like that? And when I'm confident enough that there are a good number of end users and the potentiality for the domain is very high, I go all in buying that domain name in the auction.
He goes all the way in. Man, that is superb, man. Just moving because obviously because you've been investing how long now?
Started in 2012 or 13. Yeah,
Yeah, so I
13.
mean, you a good 8 almost 9 years investing, and so you definitely didn't start out buying 5, but you work your way into it, and so it's been interesting, and I've kind of tracked along with you now for the last couple of years, and so you've had some incredible sales from 3 to 4 to 4 to 5, and likely making your
And
way into
then,
6.
and then I have made few sales that I bought for 5 figures and I've sold them for 6 figures.
Well, there you go, making your way into 7-figure land.
So not 7 figures yet, but yeah. So tomorrow in the session, there's one more person
Hmm.
who's going to be there. If you know Hiren Patel,
Yeah, yeah. I actually
Terra Domains,
had him on my podcast.
yeah, Terra Domains, Hiren Patel, he bought and sold a domain for $200,000. It's called electriccar.com. If you
Exactly.
know.
That was the exact podcast that I had him on for of how he shared the story of electric car.
So tomorrow, at this art of buying 5 figure domains, I have Hiren Patel, and I'm more excited to hear his stories and how he is also bringing in. Because I go to him a lot when I when I reach, we discuss a lot before buying domains. He is a very good friend.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
and, and there's another person who's there tomorrow, and he is Manish Lunja.
Yeah, I
If
know
you know,
Manish.
yeah, he buy domains for mid 5 figures.
And
Like
he
he
and
bought discrimination.
man, and he has a keen eye for domains too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with that. So yeah, he
That is
bought
awesome.
discrimination from an auction for 35 or $40,000 or something.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be amazing session tomorrow with people like Rain and Manish alongside sharing stories and everything. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, shoot, I'm excited to see the replay. I know I'll probably have to catch a cat nap here or there. So, one last question for you. Obviously, you play a role into making this come forth in terms of sharing the knowledge, in terms of being an industry leader, especially from a domain investor standpoint that's based in India or South Asia. So then, for you personally, like, what do you take away from NamesCon? Like, what are you here for? And then how do you take that and use that into your own domain investing strategy?
If I were to number it, I think number one, this time with NamesCon, the content part was very good. So it had a lot of topics covered with so many sections going on alongside Europe session, South India session, this US sessions. I picked up some really interesting ones, and I did saw them. So it was a good insight learning wise, that being one. Number two was networking. So I was all day today sitting at that networking launch, and I love this online platform much more than the normal version, to be honest.
Right.
And I think we should do such things 4 5 times a year.
Oh, totally.
Because this way, meeting people is so much easier here. You just, ping them and just ask them, and you are with them. Like, so easy and so fun. So
Definitely.
I've been attending NamesCon at Austin and other Las Vegas from last 4 5 years. A lot of times we plan to schedule a meeting, but we don't follow it up,
Yeah.
and we just don't work. We just don't work it out. But
Well, this
but
makes it
this time,
easy because I mean it's
yeah,
nothing but a button or a click, and it's not like we got to go walk or chase somebody down as much as it is send somebody a chat message. Hey, meet me here. Click. We got video, audio, so it's actually easier.
yeah, indeed. So it was fun. So networking, I was in the sessions. I saw, like, I had a chance talking to Andrew Rosner,
Yeah.
and a lot of other fellow domain investors, and I saw what they sold, how it went off. It was an eye opener. Like, Andy Booth, a lot of people were there, and how the market is evolving. It gives you a good insight. It tells you which industry to invest in, what is picking up, how is it going. A lot of domain sales are not disclosed, so you
Right.
end up getting to see such sales privately.
Yeah, which honestly is most eye opening for me when I'm having conversations with other folks to figure out what sold. I'm just like, whoa. Had I not attended, I would not know these things, or had I not even attended and been in relationship with such people, I would not have known, about certain things. So you are spot on there. So with that, man, we're out of time. So I wish you the best in terms of success with this upcoming session. Again, and what's the name of it again?
The art of buying five-figure premium domain names.
The art of buying five-figure
Five-figure
premium
premium domain.
domain names. So he said the art of buying, and honestly, man, and this may be the next session for you. It's the art and science of buying and selling. This guy is a master at it. So I plead with you, if you're a NamesCon attendee, get in contact with him. Easy, personable gentleman to speak with. Definitely has quite the knowledge as well as the network. So get in contact with him. So Aishwin, man, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to provide a bit of insight. And I wish you the best with the South Asia track.
Thank you so much for having me, Alvin. It's fun to be with you. Seriously.
Certainly, certainly. And
Yeah.
so, if this is your first time at NamesCon, then please head over to the networking lounge, click the exhibitor tab, and under that exhibitor tab, there is Kickstart Commerce table. I will be sitting there. If you see my photo there, I'm there. If the two seats are empty, no worries. Go in the chat or go to the attendees, find me, find my profile, hit me up. I want to connect with you. I want to be able to engage with you, as well as possibly share your story so that you're sitting in the seat that Aishwin is sitting in. And so whether you're a first time or whether you're an industry professional, we want to connect with you. So thanks, and that's all for now.